So you may have seen the headline yesterday that Erdogan refused to land in Sharm el Sheikh if Netanyahu was going to be present. What happened in Sharm el Sheikh? They were having a coming together, of various role players who are to be the overseers of, if you like, of this Gaza deal. Now, Erdogan refused to land when he learned that Netanyahu had been invited, reportedly by Trump. Why did Trump invite Netanyahu? They're trying to soften his image. It's taken a beating, and they wanted to show, all is good, everyone is happy, clappy. Erdogan picked up on that and refused to land, and eventually they had to kind of uninvite Netanyahu. It seems like Erdogan is also trying to bolster his own image, especially within the Muslim world. He said Turkey would not share a table with war criminals. And he said Ankara's position is Israel cannot claim peace leadership while Gaza lies in ruins and Palestinian sovereignty remains unresolved. Now, what happened prior to that? Trump was in the Knesset. It was a lot of clapping and applause and the like. He declared the war is over, Israel has won, and now it's time for peace. And the hall erupted into ovations and standing applause, and just like a big celebration. But behind all of that, there was no mention of accountability, no clarity on Palestinian rights, and no clear and fair plan for Gaza's governance beyond vague promises of reconstruction. So, for now, the deal is more of a pause than actual peace, right? It involves the exchange of prisoners and hostages, and the US, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey acting as guarantors. That's why they were there at Sharm el Sheikh. And Trump tried to sneak in Netanyahu from the back door. But there's no binding enforcement mechanisms. Israel's far right has already called it a humiliation. And analysts are warning that once the spotlight fades, military operations could quietly resume under new pretexts. What are the long-term unresolved issues? Remember, this issue of Palestine is not only about what has happened in the last 2 years, as horrible as the last 2 years has been. It's about almost 8 decades of illegal occupation and oppression. The question now, who governs Gaza? There's still no agreement on a political authority or reconstruction oversight. The issue of Palestinian sovereignty remains undefined, no roadmap. Regional fractures persist, like you saw with Erdogan positioning himself as a defender of Palestine. The Gulf states are seeking a quiet normalization. And then there's Israel's internal politics, deep divisions. This may derail the treaty. Netanyahu's got to play the game. He's got these charges hanging over his head, got a possible jail sentence hanging over his head, and he's got these what they call ultra right-wing coalition partners. So, in short, the ceasefire has bought time, but not actual peace. I suppose many will sigh with a bit of relief that in terms of what was happening of late, this hopefully will be some sort of a pause. But it's far from over, and I think that's the most important thing for us to realize.